So today I'm making a video on Moroccan money. So hopefully this will be useful to travelers coming to Morocco. So you can understand what kind of money you'll be seeing and what kind of money you'll be using here. So first things first, when you come, you'll want to exchange your money. Different places that you'll find, like say in the main Medina, will have different exchange rates. So maybe just kind of shop around and see which exchange rates you can find that are the best or the lowest. Banks are always a good choice to go and exchange your money there, but sometimes you can get a bit better of an exchange rate with some of these local independent people. So that's just number one. So yeah, let's start with the money. So these four bills are the main bills that you will be using, and they are called dirhams, spelled dirham, dirham. And the main ones that you'll be using most likely are the 20 and the 100 dirhams. And they are the equivalent of 20 and $10 bills. Then next the 50 and 20. So those are the main bills. And the exchange rate is about, for 200, it's about just over $27 Canadian right now. I think it's 27.13 Canadian. But you can always just go online and look at MAD to whatever your place where you're coming from, USD, or MAD to CAD, or MAD to, whatever country you're coming from, and the exchange rate will pop right up there. So, and yeah, so that's the 200, that's the front. They all have the picture of the King of Morocco on the front, and then the 200 on the back has a lovely picture of a mosque. And this one has a lovely picture of some men on camels, or gemels as they call them. Then this one on the back has a lovely picture of, I'm not sure, I think that's an argan tree, maybe. I think it probably says in Arabic here, so you can read it if you can read Arabic. And then the 20, very handsome picture of the king, and looks like a mosque. I'm not sure where that is, but again, it's probably states in Arabic there. So yeah, so those are all of the bills. And now let's take a look at the coins. So the coins come in 10 dirhams, 5s. I have 2 5s here because both of them look different. 2 dirhams, 1 half, and I have 2 halves because the 2 of them are different. Let's see, a bit better. One's more silver. This may be aluminum, I'm not sure. And 20. There also is a 10, so I'll try to stick a picture of a 10 cent or 10 centime coin in there, so you have an idea what that looks like too. But there is a 10 as well that's missing. I just don't have one. So yeah, so these are the main coins. So 1 dirham is made up of 100 centimes, which is basically 100 pennies or 100 cents. So this half would be like 50 cents. This is like a 50-cent coin. The 20 is like 20 cents coin. That's the back of it. This is not too shiny of a one. And then the 10, which I don't have, once again, is like a 10-cent coin. So often when I tip, waiters or people like that, um, people at the gas station or whatnot, I will usually give them like a few dirhams, um, or like a two and a one, or just a two, or a few ones, or just some change. I've even given up to 10, which is a pretty good tip, right? But generally speaking, locals don't usually tip that much. Um, but I usually tip, a couple ones at least, or more. So, but I will also include some websites that you can read up more just on the history of the dirham, and just to find out a little bit more about the money here. Usually it's always good to ask. My brother-in-law always says, don't pull out your wallet until you get your price, right? So don't, because I always make the mistake of having my wallet ready and ready to go, and money's ready to go and ready to pay them. Because, for example, my sister-in-law, she bought something and paid for it on her Visa, and then realized they had charged double the price or whatever it was. And then she went back and they said they couldn't give her a refund. So always just make sure you get the price clear. And if anything, have them write the number down, just have them write, like, is it, like, just say, c'est combien, like, how much is it, or bashhal, that means how much is it, and they will either tell you, if you say it in French, they'll probably answer you in French. If you say in the Moroccan Darija Arabic, they'll probably answer you in the Moroccan dialect of Arabic, or it just English, or just ask if they speak English, like, est-ce que vous parlez-vous anglais? And if they do, then you can just proceed in English and just say, how much is this? And as well, when paying for things, everything is usually, if you're in the Medina especially, open to negotiation. Obviously not when you're in the main supermarkets. The price is fixed, and that's, you pay what you pay. Like, there's no negotiating in like the Moroccan or something like that. But when you're in the Medinas, the prices usually are open to negotiation, and so just see what you do. I was reading that the rule of thumb is to start with 1/3 of their asking price and do not pay more than a half of what they're asking. So that's kind of the rule of thumb. I spoke to my brother-in-law, I asked him his advice, and he said, start at 50% of what they ask and don't pay more than 60. So that was his advice there. But so, it's up to you. Sometimes I've just gone in full price because I'm just not in the mood to haggle or negotiate. So, it's up to you, whatever you feel comfortable doing. But, and another thing, which I mentioned in another video, is something that tourists always have to be careful of is being given really ratty old bills. So a lot of the time they'll think, oh, tourists, they don't know anything about the money here. And some customer will have given them some, just horrible, ratty old 20 or 50 or whatever it was. It's on its last legs, and, nobody is willing to take it. So they'll just pawn it off on some innocent tourist who has no idea. They just think, oh, money, whatever. And then they'll, try to give it to another vendor who just refuses to take that bill. So, if something looks really, and I'm talking, it has to look really, really, really bad. Like, obviously this one, for example, it's nice and crisp. It feels kind of newish. So things, the ones that are really, really in rough shape, just say, no, I'm not going to take that one. I'll take another one, or give me coins or whatever. I have to say, in certain, like in a local supermarket, somebody gave me a really busted up 20, and I tried to give it back to them. Yes, sometimes you can still use it, but But anyway, at your discretion, if something looks really in rough shape, you know, by all means, feel free to just say, you know, ask politely if they have another 20 that you could have instead of that one, or 50 or 100, 200, whatever it is. But anyway, so hope that video helped you understand what the currency is like here in Morocco, and hope you have a safe trip and buy lots of nice things. There's so many nice trinkets and things to take home and enjoy, and will be wonderful memories of your trip to Morocco. So thanks so much for watching, and bye for now.